Hi friends, I am Dr. B.V. Rao of Pushpa Clinic and founder of the website qmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and Dr. Raghava and raghavamedicaldoubts.com. Through these videos, I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases, treatment and surgery details whenever necessary to the general people and for reference to medicals. Today I am going to discuss about the dysmenorrhea. Dysmenorrhea is a pain related to the menstrual period either before or during the period. It could be due to anatomy or disease of the genital tract. It is of three types: spasmodic, congestive, and membranous, and ovulatory. Spasmodic dysmenorrhea. Majority of the cases are of this type. The pain starts in the first day of the period, lasts for 12 hours or so. Spasmodic in nature, may accompany with nausea, vomiting, and fainting. This condition is usually not present in the first 2 years after the menarche, as it is an ovulatory period. Later, when ovulation starts, it is caused by the secretion and withdrawal of the progesterone. It is common in unmarried women with one child. Women with one child and lonely living, usually relieved after marriage or childbirth, but it is not a rule. It is usually accompanied with menstrual irregularity. Etiology. Actual cause is not known, but two assumptions are there. Disorder of structure. Uterine hypoplasia, acute antiflaccid or retroversed uterus could be the cause. If a bicarbonate or septate is uterus is potential cause. Disorder of function, like a deficient polarity, may be one of the causes. Inadequate liquefaction of the clots may be one of the causes. Ischemia. It is called myometrial angina, similar to the cardiac angina. Hormonal imbalance. Absence of pain in anovular women confirms this theory. Psychosomatic factor. The feeling initiated by neither woman suffered with dysmenorrhea can cause this sort of pain. Diagnosis. The history suggests the diagnosis: rectal examination to exclude the variation in the genital tract. Treatment. Symptomatic relief can be achieved by atropine, buscopan, diclofenac, amphetamine, ketorolac, and tramadol may be used. General measures: open air exercise, gymnastics, and games are encouraged. Laxatives are given if there is constipation. Iron preparations are used if there is anemic. Hormone therapy. On the basis of anovulatory period don't cause the pain, estrogen systemic stilbestrol is given from 5th day of the period to 21st day. Surgical treatment. The women above the age of 20 years and uncontrolled dysmenorrhea, surgery may be advised. Dilatation of the cervix. The patient is laid in lithotomy position, prepared as for vaginal surgery. Vagina is swabbed and Sims speculum is introduced with the Valcellum forceps. Anterior lip of the cervix is folded and drawn down. Cervix is swabbed and uterine sound is now slowly passed into the cervical canal. If passage is narrow, a small blunt pointed probe or very small Hager dilator is used to find the direction of the uterine canal. The cervix is slowly dilated with metal Hager dilators till the number of 10 or 12 carefully. Other rare surgeries for presacral sympathectomy in older patients above the age of 40. Hysterectomy may be done. Ovarian dysmenorrhea. Dr. Late O'Donnell Brown suggested the possible part played by the ovary in pain. Here, pain is felt 1 or 2 days before the period in one or both the lower quadrants. Treatment is simple surgery, ovarian sympathectomy along with presacral neurectomy. Membranous dysmenorrhea. It is the extreme form of spasmodic dysmenorrhea. It runs in families and is accompanied with discharge of membrane, which may take the form of caches of uterine cavity. Line of treatment is like spasmodic dysmenorrhea. Congestive dysmenorrhea. The pain is situated in the lower abdomen and back 2 days before the period. It is always secondary to the pelvic inflammation like salpingophoritis, parametritis, adhesions, myometra, or chocolate cysts of the ovaries. The premenstrual congestion and tension syndrome are causes of the absence of inflammation. Treatment consists of diet and avoiding excess of carbohydrates. The treatment of the underlying cause. That's all about the dysmenorrhea. And in the next video, I will discuss about some other disease. Thank you.